After a huge opening night victory over the Lapeer Lightning, the Lake Orion Dragons return home and welcome in the Southfield A&T Warriors. It's the home opener, and we've got it all for you here on Orion Neighborhood Television. Pregame is underwritten by Malash's Palace, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram. The Malash family has been providing automotive services to the Lake Orion community since the 1950s. Give them a call at 248-393-2222. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Doug Corliss. It is the home opener. Southfield A&T comes in. Dragons off a huge win against Lapeer. I'd like to welcome in the third member, the newest member of our broadcast crew, Dave Sasevsky. Dave, welcome to the broadcast.
Doug, excited for this one. Thank you very much, and should see a lot of offense and hopefully some stout defense out there today.
The Dragons showed a stellar defensive effort against Lapeer. Lapeer took their first possession, drove it right down the field, and didn't touch the end zone again. They've got to keep that type of defense up tonight.
Especially with a quarterback like Anthony Rumpf, as we talked about, Doug. He's the best RPO quarterback that this team has seen in a long time. Could be all year. You got to contain when you get pressure, take him down.
Southfield A&T came off a upset win over Clarkston last week. I don't think anyone expected that. And they did it with 460 yards of total offense, which you don't see against Clarkston. And you alluded to it, Anthony Rumpf is their guts and glue.
Yeah, I mean, he really is their guts and glue, and he's very slippery. You know, for a defensive player, you can't overcommit. You got to stay home, and the way that you have to make him beat you is down the field, because once he hits the edge, he's quick.
The OAA Red is now in turmoil, to put it mildly. West Bloomfield is the clear number one. They're number one in the state. They're number one in the OAA Red. Clarkston was projected to give them a run for their money all the way through the year. That got messed up by losing to A&T last week. Lake Orion's in the mix. Yeah. Lake Orion plays Rochester Adams next week, who just hung 60, by the way, on Rochester.
Right.
It's going to be a wide open division.
It's going to be a dogfight all season, and I think, you know, records right now, obviously you start 1-0 if you're Lake Orion. Anything can happen, and why not this year, right? Why not Lake Orion this year?
It is the home opener. Opening night crowds, little bit of overcast. Should be a good one. Stay with us.
Hey, it's Owen TV here. Now, have you ever had the urge to create your own TV show, or you just wanted to see what goes behind the scenes of making a TV program? Well, Owen TV has just the program for you. Owen TV offers studio and field production classes that allow you to take control and create the programs the way you want them to be. We will introduce you to media literacy skills and the fundamentals of program production in order to acquire the basic training needs for Owen TV equipment use. To get started, all you have to do is sign up for a free Owen TV orientation, where you will learn all about Owen TV and all the opportunities available to our volunteers, as well as meet the Owen TV staff and take a tour of our facility. After that, you can register for one of our production courses. Both the studio and field production courses are only $10 for Lake Orion residents and $25 for non-residents. For more information about Owen TV's production classes, feel free to call us at 248-393-1060 or go to orionontv.org and click register now to sign up for classes. We hope to see you soon.
Just before opening kickoff, the Lake Orion Dragons and the Southfield A&T Warriors. Keys to victory tonight for the Lake Orion Dragons. Keep up the defensive pressure. A stalwart defensive effort against Lapeer. They've got to provide that same type of defensive pressure tonight. Match power with power. You're going to see a powerful offensive team in Southfield A&T. We've got to provide the same type of power with our rushing game, and the offensive line has got to step up tonight. And lastly, this is the home opener. If you're a player tonight, soak it up. You've got a lot of people in the stands. The cheerleaders are out. The band is out. Hey, soak it up. It's a new football season. In the series, Lake Orion leads the series 2-1. Lake Orion won last year 20-12. And Southfield A&T is coached by head coach Tim Conley. He came over when the two high schools merged. He had been the head coach at Southfield and took over the reins at Southfield A&T. Lake Orion is coached by head coach John Blackstock. He's in his third season, and you can really see a turnaround with the Dragons this year. The players are lining up on the sideline. The band is massing over the LO in the center of the field. Director of bands Michael Steele takes the podium, and we will pause. We will pause for our national anthem. Southfield won the toss. They will receive. Our officiating crew for tonight, the referee is Kendall Sherman. Head linesman is Royce McKinney. Line judge is Earl Adams. Umpire is Paul Bames. Back judge is Ryan Watson. The side judge is Doug Capers, and the field judge is Todd Dunlap. And Dave, this is one of the things we talked about. A couple of the changes this year. You'll notice in each end zone there's now a 40-second clock. And also, as we saw when I read off the crew, they've gone to 7-man officiating crews in high school. Nothing like the home opener. Your first quarter of action is brought to you by Jets Pizza. Jets Pizza with 2 convenient locations in the Orion area. Proud supporters of ONTV since 2009. The scoreboard for the first half of this game is brought to you by Legacy 925, located at 925 North Lapeer Road in Oxford. Legacy 925 is your one-stop shop for family fun, providing dining, music, entertainment, go-karts, trampolines, and so much more. For more information, visit their website, thelegacy925.com. Referee Kendall Sherman blows the whistle. Connor Ross puts a foot to it. High over end kick into the end zone. Southfield A&T will start out 1st and 10 at their 20. Southfield comes out, and as we said in pregame, Anthony Ruff is the key to their offense. Dual threat, he will tuck it and run, and he will throw it. They come out, trips to the right, single wide out left, single back into backfield. Rump works out of the gun almost exclusively. Handoff inside, taken and dropped. Ari Curtis. Number 26, Raquan Lee, and we're going to call his name a lot tonight. Carried the ball, got it for a loss of 1. It'll be 2nd and 11. Ari Curtis had such a huge game last week against Lapeer. Made his presence known on the first play. Same alignment, trips right, single wide left. Rump on the handoff to Lee, cutting right. Brought down by Ari Curtis again. Jesus Cruz got his helmet knocked off. He'll have to come out for a play. He gained 3. It's 3rd down and 8 for the Warriors. Having a little difficulty up here in the booth. If you can't hear Dave Sasevsky, we're working on that. So 3rd down and 8 just underway. Glad you're with us for the home opener. Twins left, Twins right. One back set up on a wing left. Rump back to pass, getting chased, looks. Gonna throw deep. Got a receiver open. And they called pass interference on Dylan Altman. The ball was underthrown, and the receiver had to come back for it, and Dylan came back with him.
Well, Doug, I think we got the mic situation fixed. So we're back here as we see what happened there as the flag on the field to bring that ball back.
So that'll be a first down, 15-yard penalty and first down for the Warriors. First down by penalty. Rump, handoff to number 4, Corey Teasley. He's up for maybe a yard. Bring up 2nd and 9.
As we mentioned, Doug, as I'm back here with you, this could be a big drive here. Hopefully, if Lake Orion can stop Southfield with the way that they started the week.
Second down, Twins left, back set up on a wing left. Rump looks, throws, picked off, almost picked off.
Boy.
Sinai Pillow is going to see that in his dreams tonight.
I thought he was going back for 6. He had nobody in front of him. He read that perfectly.
So that'll bring up a 3rd down and 9. Another long yardage situation for the Warriors. Ashton Crowell in at one of the linebacker positions for the Dragons. Dragons stack the defensive line. Rump stays in the gun. Twins left, single wide right. Rump drops. He's going to run it. And he's
there he goes.
Brought down. Mason Slocum and others. Ari Curtis in on the stop. And the Warriors are going to have to punt. Huge defensive stand for the Dragons.
And he had nowhere to go. I mean, he's dangerous when plays break down like that, but they didn't over pursuit, and that's what we talked about. They did a great job there staying home, and a big stop defensively for Lake Orion.
I spoke early. It's a third down. The down box says third down. The scoreboard says fourth down. I thought it was fourth down. We have an unsportsmanlike conduct on the Warriors, so that'll back them up further. Still fourth down.
Not the way you want to start this game if you're Southfield on the road after a big victory last week, but
Mitch Howell drops deep for the Dragons. Number 8, Solomon Bell. Or is that 18? If it's 18, it's unknown player.
That's
High
18.
snap. Low kick. Howell takes it, trying to get to the corner. He's got the corner into A&T territory, down inside the 40. The Dragons will take over first and 10.
Great field position for their first offensive possession. I got to tell you what, that defense looked real strong after that big win last week. We talked about it. That's the way you want to start this game, the first game, home game of the season for Lake Orion.
So the Dragons take over first and 10. Umpires waiting for a football. Dragons come out. Twins left. Twins right. Drew Van Heck is actually in a slot right. Blaze Lauer's the quarterback. Van Heck in motion. He's going to keep it. He's in the open field. 20, 10, 5. Touchdown,
Wow.
Lake Orion Dragons. What a run by Blaze Lauer.
That's a perfect read there. Not pitching that football, taking it right through the center of the defense to put Lake Orion up 6-0.
Just gets outside right there. Once he misses that defender, he's in the open field, and he used his speed from there.
That's great field vision there. What a heck of a start for Lake Orion, Doug.
Connor Ross on for the extra point. Mitch Howell will hold. Ball is down, kick is up, and the kick is good. 8:32 left here in the first. The Dragons take a 7-0 lead. Thanks to Orion Neighborhood Television and Dragon Broadcasting, you can watch Lake Orion High School sports live online all year. We've got a full schedule of varsity football, volleyball, and more this fall, plus concerts and ceremonies. It costs less than $10 a month to watch sporting events, and half of that money goes back to the Lake Orion High School program. Be sure to designate Lake Orion High School when you set up your account. Get started at www.dragonbroadcasting.org. Orion Neighborhood Television thanks our student crews for their hard work and dedication to bring Dragon sports to the world. That's the way you want to start a game. One play touchdown.
I mean, we talked about Southfield last week, their offense, but they pitched the shutout versus Clarkson in that second half. So that was just an impressive drive and an impressive start to this game for Lake Orion.
Connor Ross has it teed up, puts a foot into it, end over end kick, again into and out of the end zone. Southfield will start at their own 20. That was a 39-yard one-play drive for the Dragon touchdown. That is offensive efficiency.
That's efficiency at its finest, right? In front of the home crowd, momentum definitely on their favor after getting that defensive stop. Let's see if they can build off that.
Dragons come out, or the Warriors come out. Trips left this time, single wide right. Rump on the carry. Brought down, no gain, second down.
Yeah, Isaac Kinney there on the tackle. And that's the key. You can't let him get away from you because he's slippery on offense. He's real slippery, but and elusive. A great tackle there by Kinney.
Brings up 2nd and 10, no gain. That Dragon defense, I mean, I hate to keep bringing it up. Actually, I love bringing it up. But they just played outstanding last week against Lapeer.
Especially that defensive line, too. Constant pressure.
Trips left, single wide right. Rump looking the defense over. Drops, looks, throws, incomplete. They tried to set up a little wide receiver screen, and I think the receiver, number 16, Christian Fitzpatrick, was heading upfield before he caught the ball.
Now, Fitzpatrick's a Washington State commit, but he didn't have any time there. Defender's right in his face.
So it's 3rd down and 10. Twins left, Twins right. Rump stays in the shotgun, shifts his running back to the other side. Looks, caught from behind, and he's going down. Joe Cady got a hold of his shirt and just held on, waited for help.
I mean, let's just keep talking about that defense, right? I know you said you don't want to keep bringing it up, Doug, but we get reason after reason there with that pursuit and bringing him down with the first hit, not letting Rump get away.
We didn't mention him in our stream last week, but new defensive coordinator Rick Powell has just done a stellar job with this defense. Mitch Howell back deep. High snap. He's going to run it.
Going.
4th down. He's got a first down.
I mean, that caught everybody off guard.
It did.
Especially in their own zone.
Wait a minute. We have a flag. The referee is signaling first down Lake Orion.
Well, we see the sticks. Maybe he went out of bounds too early.
Going to have to see what he did. He
stepped
did.
Out.
He
stepped
did.
Out.
He stepped out short of the first down.
Wow.
The ball is marked at the 29-yard line.
And it's not like he had to. He had room in front of him. I just don't think he knew where he was on the field. That's a huge mistake because now you're in your own end. Already down by 7.
So the Dragons take over 1st and 10 from the 29. Sam Sterrick split wide right. Van Heck in motion. Blaze on the keeper, gets maybe 2. Bring up 2nd down.
Well, the keeper worked last time, so why not try it again, right, Doug?
Well, you know what? It was a mixture of everything in the Lake Orion offense. The jet sweep, the misdirection on the fake to Kobe Bryant, I did it again. Kobe Manzo.
I'm sure he doesn't mind.
I'm sure. Manzo up the middle, breaks it.
All that room.
Plays again. He's in.
Wow.
Touchdown Lake Orion Dragon. I was watching Kobe Manzo.
We got a flag. That's probably excessive celebration.
Well, let's check the flag out. If it is, the touchdown counts.
I mean, just like the first touchdown, he had a ton of room, and you got receivers out there paving the way.
That's why, great play fake.
Wow.
Our camera even bought it.
Wow.
I don't know what the penalty was. Let's see.
I'm thinking it was excessive celebration.
Dead ball, unsportsmanlike conduct against Lake Orion, touchdown. The penalty will be enforced on the kickoff.
Well, I mean, special teams always plays a big part, Doug.
They're
I
dear
mean,
to
look
my
what
heart.
happened. Yeah.
So Connor Ross in for an extra point. Mitch Howell will hold. Ball's down, kick is up, and the kick is good. 6:11 left in the first quarter.
Larry Bruss and the crew at Jets Pizza, located at 1091 South Lapeer Road, have been a proud supporter of Orion Neighborhood Television and Dragon Athletics since 2009. Jet supplies catering for cast and crew. Thank you for Larry for your continued support. Give them a call at 248-814-7559 for more information. That's Jets Pizza. What a start, Doug, if you're Lake Orion. I mean, I'd love to say I seen this coming, but I didn't see it coming.
I don't think anyone saw this coming. The way that Southfield A&T played last week, and I don't know what the stats are. Right now, I think Southfield has, the leading rusher is the punter.
Well, that's the thing. They had 460 total yards of offense last week, 200 combined from their quarterback. I don't think they have 100 yards.
So Connor will, I don't think they have 20.
20 yards, yeah.
So Connor will kick off from the 20-yard line. Number 21, Robert Army, and number 3, Jeff Bowens are back deep. Connor puts a foot into it. Little pooch kick taken on the 20.
Ooh, big
and
hit.
Nailed
what a hit.
By the kicker. Nope, I'm sorry. That was
Connor Ross.
That was number 98, Pat Ray.
Well, Connor Ross in there on the tackle.
98 and 99 look the same.
Wow.
Now Connor had to stop and pick up the tee.
There's been no room.
So what should have been great field position, Southfield takes over on their 26-yard line. Twins right, twins left for the Warriors. Rump stays in the shotgun. Motion, far side. Misdirection.
Oof.
Great jump.
There's Raekwon.
By Raekwon Dell.
Wow.
Raekwon Lee, and he's gone.
Doug, just like that. He had
just
a 63-yard
like
run last week and a 32. Wow. I mean, that's electric speed.
73 yards, one play.
I mean, you can't even say over pursuit there because they were right there for the tackle. He just made a couple juke moves, and he was gone.
Yeah, once he got to the corner and turned the speed on.
A matter of seconds.
Yeah, Ashton Crowell tried to get him and just couldn't. There's only way you do that, and that's with flat-out speed.
Oh, yeah.
So number 81, Kyle Arnold, is on for the extra point. Anthony Rump is the holder. Ball's down, kick is up, and the kick is good. 5:33 left here in the first. It's 14-7 Lake Orion. Today's game is a copyrighted presentation of Lake Orion High School's Dragon Broadcasting Program and Orion Neighborhood Television. Last year, the LOHS broadcast program was awarded the title of Best Overall Program in the country. We brought you over 80 live sporting events, and we plan to match that again this year. Plus, you can catch our award-winning daily live newscast, LOAM. Tune in at www.loam.com dragonbroadcasting.org.
Well, Doug, if you go to a racetrack, they say, and they're off.
And they're off.
I think that's what Raekwon Lee did right there. I mean, Lake Orion has been playing some stout defense, and just one missed tackle, 70-yard difference.
Yeah. Sinai Pillow and Marlon Robinson are deep for the Dragons. Number 81, Kyle Arnold, will kick off for the Warriors. And with that last PSA, let us offer our congratulations to Roger Smith and the fine people that are running the television production workshop at the high school. Great job. High short kick. Sinai Pillow takes it at the 15, looking for a seam over to 25 to maybe the 27, where the Dragons will take over 1st and 10.
Tackle there by Donovan McCrary. Thought if he could get it on the corner there, he might have some room, but good job by the special teams for Southfield.
Nose of the ball just touching the 27-yard line.
First time they haven't had great field position. Let's see what they can do with it, Doug.
Yeah. Have to put a drive together. Handoff, Kobe Manzo up the middle, got about 4. It'll be 2nd down.
It's number 18 who, as we mentioned,
unknown player.
Unknown player. Nice tackle there.
So 2nd down, they're calling it 7. Twins left, twins right, single back. Blaze on the delay to Manzo, breaks a tackle, gets up near the 35. They're going to mark him down at the 33, and it'll be 3rd down.
Number 18 again there on the tackle, so he's been pretty busy. We just don't have a name to put to the number.
I'll try to find that at the half or at the quarter break. Trips right, single wide left. Blaze back to throw. Out to the flat to Van Heck. He's in traffic, and down he goes after a loss back to the 29. It'll bring up 4th down.
Kind of a gang tackle there, but Jeremiah Piper with the big hit.
Yeah, they tried that naked screen to the wide receiver, and he just didn't have anywhere to go. So Connor Ross comes in to punt. Number 21, Robert Army, back deep for Southfield. And they're really high on this junior, Robert Army.
Oh, yeah. Robert Army's, and just add him to the skill positions there for Southfield.
Wobbly kick, takes a Lake Orion bounce down to the 30. He's going to let it go. Kind of hangs on down to the 25-yard line, where the Warriors will take over 1st and 10.
Yeah, you were talking about Robert Army. He was a transfer this year from Detroit Renaissance. Had a breakout year last year. Had offers from some SEC teams and Big Ten teams. So a lot of high-powered offense here.
There's a lot of Division I commits on this Warrior team. We mentioned Anthony Rump going to Florida
Atlantic with Lane
Florida
Kiffin.
Atlantic, yeah. And
we got Fitzpatrick with Washington State as well on the outside.
Haven't seen a lot of Fitzpatrick yet.
Wouldn't be surprised if they put him in motion here.
Army splits wide left. Fitzpatrick in a slot, double slot look on the, and Rump is going to try to run it, and he's tackled for a loss. Number 30, Joe Cady again.
That's the thing, you know, we've already talked about it. He's super slippery. We saw that with Raekwon Lee, but they've been staying home, and when they get some pursuit, they're taking him down. So heck of a job, again, by the defensive line for Lake Orion.
And not only was Joe Cady tailing him, you had two Dragons just waiting for him to make his cut up field. So that brings up 2nd and 11. Approaching the 3:15 mark here in the first quarter. Dragons up 14-7. Twins both sides. Rump in the backfield in the gun. Drops. Throws this side intended for Robert Army.
Yeah,
and
some miscommunication.
he cut in and the pattern went out.
Yeah,
So,
I mean, he had some pressure coming through, but there was definitely some miscommunication with him and Robert Army.
so a 3rd and 11 coming up for A&T.
Be a huge stop here for the defense, especially coming after
Absolutely.
that last drive.
Twins both sides. Motion this side. Rump on the carry. He's got running room, got a first down and more. He's tackled around the 48, if they're going to call it the 49-yard line.
Well, we saw Fitzpatrick in motion there, and that's the thing. You have so many weapons on that offense that you're watching, and you forget about Rump just taking that ball. But, you know, he's got a lot of design plays as well.
Caden Beck came up from his cornerback position, just submarined him.
Contain, and just like that, he can really beat you right in the middle of the defense. Nice run there.
That was Cade Manzo on the tackle. So 1st and 10 for Southfield A&T. Trips left, single wide out right. Handoff up the middle.
Great play.
And taken down is Raekwon Lee.
It's James McCoy Jr. there on the tackle. Great pursuit.
James McCoy from his end spot. So that's a 2-yard loss. It's 2nd and 12.
You got the one run design play from Rump and obviously Raekwon Lee, but outside of that, it's been a shutdown defense out there for
They've
Lake
been
Orion.
going backwards, sure.
Yeah.
2nd and 12. Under 2 minutes to go in the first quarter. Rump, little open screen, complete and run out of bounds is number 9, Aaron Folks.
Yeah, Dylan Altman there pushing him out for Lake Orion.
Senior slot receiver, 5'9", 165. So it's 3rd and 9. Ball marked, the nose of the ball right on the 50. Twins both sides, single back in the backfield. Motion coming this side.
It's Fitzpatrick.
And Southfield A&T is going to have to take a timeout.
DVD copies can be purchased by calling on ONTV at 248-693-3373 or 248-393-1060. For only $10, you can get a copy of not only this game, but any game or program in our broadcast vault. That's DVD copies, 248-693-3377 or 248-393-1060. So if you're the offense for Southfield A&T, you got to feel they are a little frustrated right now. Obviously putting up 460 total yards of offense last week against Clarkston. And Lake Orion, outside of a couple plays, has looked really stout out there, picking up where they did last week. We talked about it time and time again, Doug. This defense has been impressive.
Oh, yeah. They picked right up where they left off last week. I just went over to the PA booth to see if they had any idea who number 18 was, and they did not. So it's 3rd down and 9, under a minute left to go here in the first quarter. Southfield comes out, twins both sides. It's their basic offensive setup, and we have a timeout called on the field.
It's like Lake Orion.
They wanted to reset the 25-second clock. They're calling down up to the press box. It's 45 seconds left in the quarter. And we have another stoppage. And it's reset the 25-second clock again.
First game of the year, Doug.
Well, you know what? The 25-second clock is new this year.
Yep.
And it's going to take an adjustment period. It's the first home game.
Yep.
Every home team supplies someone to run the 25-second clock, and it's going to take a learning time. So third down.
We're getting a name for 18.
Rump throws. And they're calling it complete.
Wow. Fitzpatrick there.
Number 15, John Webster, I believe.
So we got a name for number 18, Joe Weaver. Been making a lot of plays out there.
My thanks to the press box. First and 10 for Southfield in Lake Orion territory. Raquan Lee on the carry.
Ooh.
Runs a player over and gains about 6.
You know, we talk about how much finesse he is, but he ran over the defender there.
We have a Dragon player down.
Yeah. Let's see what, here it is right here. Watch the replay.
Caden Beck.
Yeah.
And Raquan Lee just put a shoulder down.
I mean, it was clean. That was all shoulder.
Oh, it was a great hit.
Yeah. I hope he's okay down there.
Well, the training staffs from both teams are out there, and while they are tending to Caden Beck, we will tell you, go mobile with ONTV anytime. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube on your mobile devices. Connect with ONTV to see what's happening in our studio, see upcoming events, and watch ONTV programs in high definition on demand. ONTV, working to bring Lake Orion to the world. And also, we will say that we are very honored to be the National Federation of High Schools Game of the Week this week.
I say it's living up to it so far, Doug. It's been a heck of a story so far defensively for Lake Orion, and really offensively, how they took and set the tone, I think it was on the defensive side.
We would like to watch or welcome our streaming audience wherever you may be. Glad you're with us on what's turned out to be a pretty nice Friday night in Lake Orion.
I didn't know it's been overcast for quite some time here, but it's really beautiful outside.
This is a Lake Orion High School video program broadcast. View live games throughout the season at nfhsnetwork.com. As we mentioned earlier, half of the subscription cost for the NFHS network comes back to the Dragon Broadcasting program.
Yeah, watch all the high school football you want, and perfect time, right? Who doesn't want football around? And this is a beautiful, beautiful night for opening night at Lake Orion. Hopefully the defender's okay down there. Who'd you say that was, Doug?
Caden Beck, number 8, who had such a great game against Lapeer. The trainers from both sides, and I noticed the medical technicians are coming out on the field.
Yeah, it looked like it might have been a shoulder or something. I couldn't quite tell.
One thing about today's high school athletics is they have a certified athletic trainer at every event.
Yeah.
I don't care if it's track and field, football, baseball, there's a trainer there. Or on the school property. If there's more than one event, there's a trainer on the school property. For football, we have a couple trainers here, and they provide top-notch medical attention to these young athletes.
Yeah. Yeah, they do a heck of a job here.
So to recap where we are at, We have 18.5 seconds left to go in the first quarter. The Dragons are up 14-7. And one thing about when you have a situation like this is the referees tell the trainers, you take all the time you need. We are not in a hurry. Take whatever it takes, to get this young man back on his feet. It looks like he's sitting up.
Yeah.
They're helping him to his feet right now.
That's good to see. That's Ari Curtis.
Yeah, that's Ari Curtis for the second. I misidentified him twice.
Well, I think we watched the hit.
Yeah.
And it wasn't on Curtis.
No. So
Yeah, I didn't
Ari,
quite catch that in the replay.
Ari is coming off the field to chants of Ari. And I notice his dad's down there with him. So.
Yeah, he's a big piece on this defense at 6'5", 205. Coming off the edge.
And played so well. Again, we bring up last week, played so
There's the
well.
Replay. There's Ari. Looks like he got the blunt of that hit on the shoulder from Raekwon Lee. Well, you got to hope he's okay and can continue in this ball game.
So they're going to let the quarter run out. We've played one. The Lake Orion Dragons lead the Southfield A&T Warriors 7-0. We'll be right back. Okay. Just needed a drink for water.
Yep.
The second quarter of this game is brought to you by Buffalo Wild Wings of Lake Orion. Lake Orion's post-game headquarters, Buffalo Wild Wings of Lake Orion, is located at 770 North Lapeer Road and offers a full menu for all ages. For more information, visit their website, buffalowildwings.com, or call 248-814-8600. Back to action, number 9, Aaron Folks, on the jet sweep. He's got a first down near the 25-yard line.
Yeah, that offense is starting to move the ball a little bit better after a tough first quarter there. A long run by Raekwon Lee, and they're starting to get things going.
So that'll be a 1st and 10 from the Dragon 25. Twins both sides. Motion this side. Rump looks, throws. Run out of bounds. Caden Beck was over there.
Dylan Altman.
And Dylan Altman.
Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, Fitzpatrick at 6'5", he's going to be a mismatch all over the field.
Yeah.
So you got to bring him down on that first hit. Good job by Dylan Altman.
I see him looking at Ari Curtis. It looks like they're looking at his shoulder. So 2nd down and 2. Daquan Lee is the back. Again, motion this side. Rump looks, throws for the end zone, overthrows number 16, Christian Fitzpatrick. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 2.
And you got Dylan Altman there again, but with that size difference, why not go, to the edge of the end zone there? And
he had a
fade.
He had a step, and Rump just overthrew it.
Yeah.
And if anything, Dylan held him up a little bit when he first made his break and just kind of threw the whole pattern off. So 3rd down, and we're going to have a 5-yard penalty. Illegal procedure against the Warriors. that'll back them up 5 on a 3rd and 2, and that's huge.
Yeah, big break there for the Dragons. As the Warrior offense is really starting to get some momentum, and that can kill a drive.
So now it's 3rd down and 7 from the 22-yard line.
Fitzpatrick out there wide.
Daquan Lee, we have another flag on a play, and Daquan Lee is in the end zone, and we are going to have another procedure penalty against Southfield.
Yeah, Raekwon Lee could have walked in there, but I think they saw that flag. They'll bring that ball back again.
Illegal shift.
Wow.
Against the Warriors.
It's a backbreaker. Move the ball back again. I mean, that'll kill a drive like this.
So they'll march off 5 yards again. Now you have a 3rd down and 12 from the 27-yard line.
Definitely make a statement here on defense if you can get a stop, especially with where things were going.
Well, looking at their kicking game, their kicker looks like he is not bad. We'll put him that way. And we're going to have another false start.
Now, who's moving there?
Dead ball.
Now they're talking.
Oh, they had an illegal substitution. Wow. So now you've got 3rd down and an acre.
Now this is the one thing for last week Southfield A&T had a problem with, a lot of penalties. Something to keep an eye on.
But when you got 3rd and 2, you can't do that.
Right.
Twins right, single wide left. Rump back to pass, rolling out, looking, got pressure.
Nowhere to go.
Throws, caught, and run out of bounds short of the 1st down.
You take that all day.
To Christian Fitzpatrick, and it's going to bring up 4th down and 8.
Yeah, the pursuit really took Rump. He had nowhere to go. I mean, you'll take that all day.
From the 23-yard line. This is a 10-play drive so far. Started on their own 21, but once they got in Lake Orion territory, they've been going backwards. So Twins right, single wide left, 1 tight end in the ball game, lined up on a wing right. Rump got pressure, looks broken up, intercepted by the Dragons.
There you go. Number 11 there on the
Mitch
interception.
Howell.
Wow. No
Boy,
room.
that's a way to kill a drive.
And you were getting pursuit from the defender. Rump had nowhere to go. I mean, they read that beautifully.
He was starting to get pressure. He let the ball go.
You almost want to let that drop.
And not Marlon Robinson, Sanai Palo was in the area and broke the pass up. And Mitch Howell was there to pick it off.
What a strong start in front of your home crowd, too.
So the Dragons take over, 1st and 10. They come out Twins left. Mitch Howell is on a wing left. Motion this side, toss back to Andy Van Heck. And he's going to get up near the 25. They're calling it the 26 for a gain of 3.
Yeah, tackle there by Robert Army for Southfield.
They're calling it a gain of 4, 2nd and 6 per Roger Smith. Twins left. Mitch Howell, handoff. Handoff up the middle to Kobe Manzo. He falls forward near up to the 18. So it's going to be 3rd down and 4.
Tell you what, Kobe Manzo's a heck of a competitor, whether he's lining up at running back or linebacker. Plays this game hard.
Yeah, we've seen him for 3 years, and we have a timeout taken by Lake Orion. 9:07 left to go in the first half. Dragons up by 7. ONTV has just launched our brand new internet radio station. You can create your own podcast or radio show or sign up to be a DJ. For more information on the radio station, give us a call at 248-693-3377 or 248-393-1060. And I was privileged to be part of the preseason podcast. Sammy Taramino did a great job on it. We talked about all things OAA. And now here we are in the middle of the battles. So it is 3rd down and 4 from the 18. Trips right, single wide left. Manzo's a lone back alongside Lauer. Blaze looks, throws, caught. First down,
Wow.
Dragons and more. Andy Van Heck makes a cut. Down to the 30.
Wow.
Down to the 24-yard line.
Yeah, Jeremiah Piper took him out, but what a heck of a play by Van Heck after the catch.
He found that seam and was able to get right up the middle of the field, made a great move to break it outside. And the Dragons are knocking on the door again. Here we go again. Not a well-thrown ball, but he waited for it, showed great patience, cut across the field. Blaze rolling right. He's going to keep it. Down to the 20, the 15, and out of bounds with a first down.
And there you got Drew Van Heck there blocking for his quarterback, making another play.
I'll tell you, we saw him last year. He was injured for a couple games, and it was like having another coach on the sidelines.
Yeah.
He talked up his position group. You know, what a great football player. Dragons going hurry up. 1st and 10, Twins each side. Kobe Manzo in the backfield with Blaze.
Play clock at 7. They reset it.
I don't think they ever had it
Yeah, I don't
set.
think they reset it.
They had to reset the chains.
Play.
Kobe Manzo up the middle, down to the 5. It'll bring up 2nd down.
Solomon Bell on the tackle there for Southfield A&T Warriors.
Cade Manzo checks out. Mitch DeBrinket is at one of the wide receiver spots. Drew Van Heck in a slot left. Mitch Howell another slot. Blaze looks, throws, caught.
Oh, that's
Nope.
incomplete.
Incomplete.
And that's broken up by Aaron Folks.
Drew Van Heck had it in and out of his hands, and he just took off his gloves and threw them off the sideline. Some players want to go old school.
Yeah.
Don't need gloves.
I think it was a little underthrown there because he was wide open, but
So the Dragons come out, trips right, single wide left is Sterich. And we have a stoppage of play. Southfield A&T is going to call timeout. 7:59 left to go in the second.
Be sure to tune in replays of your favorite games right here on ONTV. Tune in Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays at 7 p.m. Saturdays at 1 p.m. for the most current games in our lineup. Games are also replayed throughout the week, so check our program guide on our webpage at orionontv.org for replay times that best fit your viewing schedule. Also visit our YouTube link for games on demand, www.orionontv.org.
Dragons faced with a 3rd and 9 from the 11-yard line. Offensive coordinator Brad Fisher is making sure everybody's on the same page with it. Sam Sterrett splits wide right, trips left. Howell, Van Heck, and DeBrinket. Blaze looks, throws.
Wow. Oh, he dropped it. It's broken up by Aaron Folks
Drew
again.
Van Heck had it, pulled it in, and dropped it on the way down.
I think Aaron Folks reached around there and made another good play.
Let's see if we got a
on the
replay on it.
It looks like he had reached around to break that up, but
Connor Ross is in. It's going to be a 27-yard field goal attempt, 28 yards we'll call it. Mitch Howell is the holder. Kick is up.
nice.
And the kick is good, and that would have been good from 50. 7:50 to go in the first half. Dragons up 17-7.
Ever since getting that first stop, they're really taking control of this game and doing a good job, not taking the foot off the pedal.
Seven-play drive for the Dragons. It's nice being able to chart plays again this year. I tried it last week at Lapeer, and it was an unmitigated disaster.
Well, this has been a much different offense out here,
And right now, Southfield's got to be wondering, what the number of this truck was.
right.
And I'm sure Coach Conley is going to set a couple things straight with his offensive line at halftime.
Oh yeah. I mean, you've seen a completely different Southfield A&T team last week against Clarkston.
Ari Curtis is up on the sideline walking around. Good to see him up. Connor puts a foot into it. High end over end kick into the end zone. It'll come out 1st and 10 for Southfield on their own 20. And that's part of the evolution of Connor Ross as a kicker, is he's putting, he always had the accuracy, but this year he's got the increased leg strength, and he's put just about all his kickoffs into the end zone this year, and that's a great weapon to have.
Well, special teams, right? You can't put a price on a good special team.
And Lake Orion has had such great kick. Mike Crawford in the early 90s, Dylan Van Fossen in the early 2000s. So A&T comes out, trips left, single wide out right. Handoff, number 4. Wait a minute, we got to look at the right team. Corey Teasley, and he's dropped for a 2-yard loss. See if we can see who brought him down.
It's like number 33 there, I believe.
Yep, absolutely. Good call. Alex Logus on the tackle.
Great job there on the pursuit.
2nd and 12. Twins right, single wide left. Handoff up the middle to Quan Lee, and he stacked up and dropped after a 2-yard gain.
Yeah, outside of that 70-yard run, They've really done a good job of containing him and Rumpf for the most part.
So it's another 3rd and long. That was a gain of 4. It's 3rd down and 8. Dragons will receive the kickoff to start the second half. Again, they come out twins right, single wide left. Back is set up on a wing right. Low snap. Rumpf takes it, throws out to a safety valve, almost picked off. It was caught.
It's like Palau. Almost. That hit the turf, didn't it?
Caught by Robert Army. No, they're calling that a reception, but that was almost picked off right there.
Is that Palau out there? Looks like.
Sinai Palau.
Wow. I mean, he read that perfectly.
So another 3 and out for Southfield. Number 18, now we know who he is, Joe Weaver in punt formation. Mitch Howell back deep for the Dragons, standing right about midfield.
That Southfield offense has got to be stunned right now, early on in this game.
Good snap. End over end kick. Mitch Howell takes it. Coming up the sideline.
We got a black in the back.
He's got blockers. Yeah, they're going to get him for a block in the back. This one's coming back. Tackled by the punter.
Now, I believe that was Jacob McCaffrey on that.
Yeah, Jake. Well, you know what? When you're on the coverage teams and you engage and that defender turns his back.
It's easy to do.
You got to let go.
Yep.
And it's going to be a block in the back
And
on the Dragons.
They're going to call that every time.
Yep. And you see that a lot because that kick coverer wants to get, when he sees the play going the other way, first thing he does is turn his back, and you got to break off that block.
Got to release.
So 1st and 10 for the Dragons from their own 32-yard line. They come out single wide out right, twins left.
Yep, we've seen it right there in that replay.
Handoff, Manzo breaks some heads going up the middle, over the 35, up near the 37. Hard inside run by Kobe Manzo.
That's just bully ball right there. Name that comes to mind. Doug, you remember Corey Schlesinger?
Absolutely.
That's what he did for a living.
The difference is Kobe does it with his head up.
Not breaking his face mask, right?
Twins right, single wide left. Manzo to the left allower. Manzo again up the middle, near the first down, over the 40 to the 41. So it'll bring it back up a 3rd down and 1 for the Dragons as we approach the 4:30 mark here in the second quarter.
Looks like that was a tackle from Austin Bryce, big defensive lineman, number 99.
Twins left, single wide right. Turn that around. Single wide left, twins right. Manzo on the right. Now shifts to the left. Manzo up the middle.
There he goes.
Close and has a first down. Again, that inside running.
And that's the thing. It doesn't have to be pretty. Just keep moving the ball, moving those chains, and that's what the offense is doing so far. Controlling that time of possession, which is big as well, Doug.
Absolutely. We don't have the ability to get stats up here as we did in years past, but I'd really like to know what the yardage differences are for the teams. Blaze in trouble.
Ooh,
he's going down at the 40.
Yeah, that's big number 99 again.
And number 1, Jaden Littlefield Davis, brought him down.
Too.
So 2nd down and 14. I think this is the first negative yardage situation the Dragons have been in tonight. Marlon Robinson takes Manzo's place in the backfield. Looks, sets up a screen.
Dangerous.
And that was sniffed out by number 8, Solomon Bell.
That could have been dangerous.
He was right in the middle
Look at the
of the formation waiting to receive the pass.
Yeah, that was a broken play from the beginning as he was getting pressure.
I tried to set the screen up, and Bell just came in and broke it up.
Read
So
it
it's
perfectly.
3rd down and 15 for the Dragons. Twins both sides. Robinson stays in the backfield. And we have a stoppage.
That's coming back.
Dead ball. It's a procedure call against the Dragons. So that'll make it 3rd down and 20.
What you don't want there. Going the wrong way.
Ball's marked back to the 34-yard line. Twins right, single wide left. DeBrinket is the receiver split to the left. Blaze on the counter.
Wow.
Marlon Robinson
Nowhere to
keeps
go.
his balance and just has nowhere to go.
Yeah.
They're going to mark him down at the 26-yard line.
That's number 18, Joe Weaver, finishing it off there, but he had there was about 4 defenders around him. Now, outside of that drive, we haven't given a lot of love to the offensive line, but I think that they've held up pretty well this game.
Mason Slocum is the leader of that offensive line, and Jesus Cruz and Mason and the group is doing an outstanding job tonight. Wide receivers go over and huddle up on wide receiver coach David Wurst. Well, we were going to do a read, but we're getting ready for the punt. So we'll get a read at the change of possession. Connor Ross in punt formation. High snap, he's got it.
Ooh, short punt.
Nice kick. Taken. And by number 3, Jeff Bowens, and he was going to cut across the field and lost about 3 yards on the carry.
Nice pursuit there by Joey Theed, number 36 for Lake Orion.
So the Warriors take over 1st and 10 on their 33. We will get a read in as soon as we get the stoppage in play. Sinai Palo, a late check-in at the left cornerback spot. Southfield balances out twins each side. Rump, little wide receiver screen. Out to number 21, Robert Army. We've called his name a lot tonight.
And that's what you're going to see a lot from Rump. A lot of short passes. He's going to get outside the pocket. There'll be some design runs, but that's what he does. Really elusive in there.
So that's enough for a 1st down up at the 46. So 1st and 10 for the Warriors. They come out twins right, single wide left, and a receiver lined up on a wing left. Rump, same thing with that wide receiver screen.
Oh, look at that speed.
He gets a break, gets a block. Number 9, Aaron Folks. And he got a couple blocks. And one thing you can say about this Southfield team, they have speed to burn.
Yeah, Aaron Folks, another commit. He's committed to Eastern Illinois, plays that slot receiver, smaller receiver, but he's quick, as we saw right there when you put him in space.
So 1st down at the 21 with 2:28 left to go in the half. Handoff up the middle to Raekwon Lee for maybe a yard. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Joe Cady on the tackle there.
And we have a stoppage in play. We have a flag down. It's a dead ball. Unsportsmanlike conduct against Lake Orion.
Not what you want when you got momentum on your side.
And against Southfield. So the penalty's offset. It'll be 2nd down. Rump brings them out. Twins left, single wide right. Lee in the backfield. Lee gets a handoff, running left, being strung out. And
wow,
taken down for a 3-yard loss.
That's a heck of a job in pursuit of a guy that we talked about is super elusive, had nowhere to go with the ball.
Isaac Kinney, Joe Theed. Is that Ari Curtis back in there? It is.
It is.
Good to see
That's
Ari
big.
back in, and he made the tackle. Brings up a 3rd down and 12. Ball spotted now on the 23. Rump drops, getting pressure, rolling, coming this side, and he's going to run out of bounds, and a huge loss on 3rd down. They're going to bring it back. It's going to be marked on the 30-yard line, and the line of scrimmage was on the 23. 7-yard loss on a scramble.
And check at the replay here. He had nowhere to go. I mean, scanning all over the field. They just took him out of bounds.
And that was also a coverage sack by the Dragons secondary. Yeah. So it's 4th down and 19 from the 30. And they're going to go for it.
Why not?
Why not? You're late in the quarter. Rump drops. Got pressure.
They got him.
He's hit.
Oh.
Looking, throws, complete.
Whoa.
Ball's down, ball's out.
I think that's incomplete,
Let's see.
though. And that was a pass to Jeffrey Bowens, but I don't think he had possession.
Oh, yeah. Nope, they're calling Lake Orion ball 1st and 10 on the 25. They're giving him a fumble,
huh? Check out the replay here. Had nowhere to go. Dump pass to Bowens. What a big hit there. It's number 8 for Lake Orion, Caden Beck.
Caden Beck.
Again, another big stop.
Dragons have it 1st and 10 from the 24. Twins left, single wide right. Kobe Manzo.
There he goes.
Still running down to the 35-yard line of Southfield.
Just keep feeding him. It was only a matter of time. He broke loose. Heck of a run.
And let's give credit to that offensive line. They opened up a hole you could drive a truck through.
Oh, just paving the way. Check out the replay there.
Right there. Great blocking on the perimeter, Mitch Howell.
That's just good football. Ground and pound.
So it's 1st and 10 for the Dragons. We have a Southfield player down. Solomon Bell is down on the near sideline. So the training staff will take a look at him. 47 seconds left in the first half.
Today's game is copyrighted, presented of Lake Orion High School's Dragon Broadcasting Program and Orion Neighborhood Television. Last school year, the LOHS broadcast program was awarded the title of Best Overall Program in the country. We brought you over 80 live sporting events, and we plan to match that again this year. Plus, you can catch our award-winning daily live newscast, LOAM. Tune in at www.dragonbroadcasting.org.
We will be right back here next Friday night as the Dragons welcome in the Rochester Adams Highlanders, who, as we said in pregame, laid 60 on Rochester opening night. So it'll be another situation.
It's like Solomon Bell getting up there.
The defense, if the defense keeps up their level of play, it's going to be a good game, Nick. It's always a good game.
I mean, it's going to be a good year if the defense plays like this, because we know it's going to be a dogfight all year round with so much good talent. But
yeah.
I don't think anybody would have said Southfield will have 7 points around halftime.
Solomon Bell doesn't look like he's putting any weight on that heel. We don't want to think it's an Achilles, but he's walking off very gingerly on that right foot. So Dragons take over, 1st and 10 from continue their drive, 1st and 10 from the 35, 47 seconds left in the second quarter. As we mentioned earlier, Dragons will get the second half kickoff. Blaze rolling, looks, throws, incomplete over on the far sideline, intended for Sterick.
Looks like Aaron Folks there breaking that pass up, a little late.
So that'll bring up 2nd and 10 with 38.6 seconds.
How big would it be here if he can get some points before the half?
Trips right, single wide left. Blaze dropping, going up the middle, and he just went down.
Yeah, he made something out of nothing because the pocket was definitely collapsing. Take a couple yards there. No gain.
Dragons call timeout. Southfield has used up 3 timeouts. The Dragons still have 1 left with 32.2 seconds. And from what we saw of Connor Ross's previous field goal attempt, they'd probably want to get it about another 10 yards in.
But regardless of where you're at, if you can take that clock down a little bit more, why not give it a shot?
No question.
Been a heck of a first half for
I
Lake
think
Orion.
You've got enough for 1 or 2 shots at the end zone.
Yeah.
So Dragons come out. Sterick and Howell are split right. DeBrinket is split left. Drew Van Heck is on a wing right. Blaze looks, throws, caught in stride. Nick Howell. First down. What a beautiful pass by Blaze Lauer.
Just a strike right in the breadbasket, right in the middle of the defense.
Watch this catch by Mitch. Right on his hands.
In motion to perfect pass.
So we have an officials timeout. We have another Southfield player down. That's number 18, Joe Weaver.
Oh, yeah.
Who we've said a lot about tonight.
He's been all over the field, but the 26.5 seconds left here in the first half. I mean, if you're Lake Orion, Doug, you got to be feeling really good on both sides of the ball, really.
Well, the nice thing is you're in range.
Here.
You can still.
Not too sure what happened.
No.
Maybe we can run that back one more time.
He was away from the play.
Right.
It's not a real hot night here, so you don't think cramps would be
possibly
an issue.
Yeah. Well, he's limping off, but it could be. I mean, good to see him get up.
It's always, we've talked about it before in our broadcast that if you've got a Friday game, you better start loading up on fluids on Wednesday.
On the field and up here, right, Doug?
And up here. So it's 1st and 10 for the Dragons from the 14 They come out twins right, twins left. Blaze looks, throws the corner of the end
Beautiful
zone.
pass. Beautiful.
Did he get it? Touchdown, Lake Orion
Wow.
Dragons.
That was a dime, Doug.
Drew Van Heck. What another beautiful pass by the senior quarterback.
You can't defend that. Last two passes there for Blaze. Look at this replay here, Doug. A dime. Oh, just beautiful. In stride.
And we noticed we talked about that during the scrimmages this year, is they're going to have to move that 25-second
Oh,
clock.
yeah, that's going to become a problem for sure.
Connor Ross. Kick is up.
There you go.
Kick is good. 18.7 seconds
Wow.
left in the first half. Lake Orion 24, Southfield 7. We'll remind you again that DVD copies can be purchased by calling Orion Neighborhood Television at 248-693-3377 or 248-393-1060. For only $10, you can get a copy of not only this game, exciting as it is, but any game or program in our broadcast vault. DVD copies, 248-693-3377 or 248-393-1060.
You know what, Doug? We'll go back from that first possession that we talked about. That's the way to set the tone defensively, and they haven't stopped Lake Orion on both sides of the ball.
They have not. So Connor Ross will kick it off. And even though you have a weapon, here's where you make the quandary. Do you have him kick it deep, or do you have him line drive it, or
Squib it somewhere?
Squib it, exactly. Referee Kendall Sherman blows his whistle. High end over end kick into the end zone,
Dropped
and
it.
It'll come out to
There's
the
that
20.
leg. There's that big leg we've been talking about. And he's a weapon.
He is.
And obviously you want the touchdown while they're on that drive, but as we talked about, he would have been good from 40 or 50 there. 18 seconds left.
4 of Southfield's possessions have started on their 20.
Yeah.
They've had a couple by punt.
I think penalties have come back to bite them as well, because even when they were
No question.
deep in the zone, you know.
So they look like they're just going to take a knee
Yeah.
and go into the locker room and figure out what happened.
I'd love to see time of possession and total yards, Doug.
We have played one half. The Lake Orion Dragons lead the Southfield A&T Warriors 24-7. You're watching exclusive coverage of Lake Orion Dragon football here on Lake Orion Television and live streamed on the NFHS network. Halftime is sponsored by Malash's Palace, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram, located at 3800 South Lapeer Road in Lake Orion. Malash's Palace has been serving Lake Orion's automotive needs since the 1950s.
The Halloween season kicks off in downtown Lake Orion on Saturday, September 21st with the 6th annual Zombie Walk and Poker Run. The Walking Dead will gather at Ed's Broadway Gift and Costume at 8 p.m. and will stagger, stumble, and crawl to Fork and Pint, Lockhart's Barbecue, Valentino's Italian Grill, and end up at the American Legion. Each venue will have drink specials and appetizers for the undead. You can also take part in a poker run with a playing card handed out at each location. The best hand wins a cash prize at the final stop. All proceeds generated by the Zombie Walk benefit the Orion Area Parade Group's 2019 Lighted Christmas Parade. To get involved, call 248-693-4220.
It's halftime. The Lake Orion Dragons leading the Southfield A&T Warriors 24-7. You know, we thought last year was a big upset. This one's just as huge after what Southfield A&T did in week one.
I mean, we just talked about it. Field position. That's been a huge story of this game. Obviously, defensively, Lake Orion stepped up, but you were telling me some stats of where that was. We'll talk about that in a little bit. Staggering.
Yeah. The third quarter of action is brought to you by Classic Lanes, your home for family fun and entertainment in Rochester Hills. Their 32-lane facility offers state-of-the-art bowling equipment for both league and recreational bowlers. Check them out at myclassiclanes.com. The scoreboard for the second half of this game is brought to you by Lakes Community Credit Union. The not-for-profit institution has been providing financial services to the Oakland County area since 1937. Give them a call at 248-814-4003. I was just by Lakes Community Credit Union the other day. Marvelous group of people there, and it is a fine institution. So the Dragons' task here in the second half is just keep doing what you're doing. The defense has been stellar. Blaze has thrown some of the prettiest passes you'll ever see a quarterback throw, and Kobe Manzo has just been Kobe Manzo.
And the offensive line, which we've talked about a couple times, they're standing strong in there. And that we talked about that before the game. That was going to be a key for Lake Orion to see how they'd answer that, and they're doing a great job.
Really didn't know what the offensive line was going to be like coming into this season, and they have kept Blaze clean. So the Dragons will receive the opening kickoff, or the second half kickoff. Number 81, Kyle Arnold, will kick it off. Mitch Howell back deep for the Dragons. Arnold, short kick. Marlon Robinson takes it on the far side, and he's buried about the 16-yard line, where the Dragons will take over 1st and 10.
Tackled there by Jaheim Lloyd. So all they got to do, as we said, which is a tall task, Doug, just do exactly what you did in that first half.
Chew the clock up.
Well, we talked about it, and you had mentioned it to me. Field position. I mean, they started near their 20 almost every drive.
Yeah. So Blaze leads them out. Dragons go to an I formation in the backfield. Blaze under center. Handoff. Is that Manzo up the middle?
Yeah, that's Manzo. Looks like Keelan Green on the
Joey
tackle.
Theed. Joey Theed getting some time at tailback for the Dragons. Manzo's the lead back.
He got 5 on that carry.
Blaze goes back in the gun. Theed again up the middle. Gain of maybe a yard. It's going to be 3rd and 3. And you'll see that the Dragons now go into a whole different offensive formation. They'll keep it in a bunch set, maybe one wide receiver, two backs in the backfield, and they're going to try to grind you out.
Picking the tempo up here as well.
Two wideouts, backs in an offset eye. Manzo up the middle.
Nice
He's
play.
got a first down.
He went right in the teeth of the defense. They didn't see that coming.
Little misdirection play. Thied comes out. Marlon Robinson comes in.
Moving the chains.
So now you kind of have thunder and lightning with Manzo and Robinson. They stay with two wideouts, Mitch Howell and Sam Sterich. Handoff, Robinson gets a couple. They're going to mark him down at the 43-yard line. It'll bring up 2nd and 7.
Keep picking away, and you're going to open the passing game up as well for Blaze.
Well, right now it's eat the clock up.
Exactly.
Yeah, let's go back to the locker room with a win. 2nd and 7.
Nice.
Manzo bulls his way up over the 45 to the 47.
And that was over pursuit there by Bryce Austin, number 99, big defensive tackle, and just missed it there, and that's a difference of 5 yards.
So 3rd and 4 from the 46. DeBrincat shifts over to the left side. Howell's wide left. And we got a flag.
It's going to be on Lake Orion.
I think we're going to have a procedure call. Yep, against the Dragons. So that'll back them up 5. And it'll bring up 3rd and 9 as Drew Van Heck checks in and Marlon Robinson comes out.
It's good to eat up clock, move the tempo like that, but you got to get set.
They have to reset the 25-second clock, which they have not done.
It's going down to 8.
Van Heck in motion, and we have another flag. It's going to be another procedure call.
Now, I can't say for sure, but maybe they saw that clock out there. It was down to 5.
It should have, yeah, that's the thing. It should have been reset to 25, and it wasn't.
Hurried the offense there.
So now it's 3rd and 14. Blaze back to throw, looks, got Van Heck and incomplete. He was hit
Yeah, I think
just as he caught the ball by Cardia Harris from his safety position.
I don't blame him, but I think he heard footsteps there going over the middle, because he didn't really go for the ball there as you look at the replay.
So Connor Ross checks in. He's going to set up about the 22-yard line and kick from about the 25. Jeff Bowens is back deep, and the kick takes a Lake Orion bounce.
Wow. Special
down
teams.
to the 20-yard line. Good kick by Connor.
Yet another drive that'll start at the 20, Doug.
Yeah.
I mean, that's special teams right there.
We talked about it during the half. Southfield starting positions in the first half. They're 20. They're 20. They're 26. They're 21. They're 20. They're 33 and they're 20. Lake Orion, Southfield 39, Southfield 29, Lake Orion 27, Lake Orion 13, Lake Orion 32, and the Lake Orion 24. So the Dragons have won the battle of field position. Southfield comes out, trips right, single wide left, single back in the backfield. Rump on a wide receiver scheme, and Isaac Kinney is there to meet him.
He just broke free from
for a 4-yard loss.
broke free from the blocker there and really just took him down. I mean, look at the replay here.
Look at him. He comes
Just-
off his block and just wraps him up.
It looked like Jeffrey Bowens there. He just threw him away.
So
Heck of a play.
2nd down and 13 from the 17.
Way to shed a block.
Rump stays in the gun.
Again,
Daquan Hill and brought
Joey
down
Theed.
by Joey Theed.
I mean, they were getting consistent, constant pressure last week, and we said, you need that again, but you can't over pursue.
Yeah.
They've been great all game.
So now it's 3rd and 14, and you can tell that Rump doesn't like to be put in a position where he has to throw the ball.
Oh, right. It's not where
He
he's most
wants to
comfortable.
have that option.
Five
Rump.
wide. Oof.
Complete over the middle for a 1st down to Robert Army, so he'll move the chains.
Looks like they went.
Tell you what, that was a good clutch throw. when
I
he
mean, it
needed-
really was. The pressure on him, too.
And he had Joey Theed right in his face. Jesus Cruz checks in at defensive tackle position. Four wides. Single back in the backfield. Motion far side. Rump on the keeper. And
Good tackle.
he gets maybe a yard or two. Caden Beck was in there.
Ashton Crowell as well.
Ashton Crowell. And we have another Southfield player down on the field.
Today's game is a copyrighted presentation of Lake Orion High School's Dragon Broadcasting Program and Orion Neighborhood Television. Last school year, the LOHS broadcast program was awarded the title of Best Overall Program in the country. We brought you over 80 live sporting events, and we plan to match that again this year. Plus, you can catch our award-winning daily live newscast, LOAM. Tune in at www.dragonbroadcasting.org.
Still attending to the player down on the field. It is
Number 51
number
there.
51, James Fulton.
Did we see how that happened on the
No.
replay?
He's not limping, so we have to figure it's some sort of upper body or head injury. But again, all precautions will be taken.
You know, Doug, we talked about Rump. The way that you got to beat him is with his arm. He's a heck of a dual threat quarterback, but he's had nowhere to go. And I think that's the game plan that Lake Orion's went into this game with.
He's looked good at times throwing the ball down the field. He looks really good on the wide receiver bubble screens.
Yep.
So 2nd and 7, trips left, single wide right. Rump on the keeper.
That's a design. Yeah, that's a
He's
design
got
play.
a 1st down. Caden Beck up to meet him. And you saw his speed there.
He'll keep you honest with that speed, and he will have designed runs. And that was one all the way up the middle.
Made the play fake and just tucked it in and followed his lead back. So 1st and 10 from the 47 of Southfield. Trips left, single wide right. Rump
Almost deflected out there.
on the wide receiver screen, which was almost deflected and picked off by Ari Curtis.
Jeffrey Bowens on the catch.
And he takes it up for about an 8-yard gain or a 5-yard gain. It'll be, 8-yard gain. It was first down. It'll be 2nd down and 2 from the Dragon 45.
Going no huddle with 5 minutes.
Motion far side. Handoff reverse to Quan Lee. Stopped by number 36.
Joey Theed.
Joey
Again.
Theed.
He's been active.
Jesus Cruz comes out. And James McCoy checks in. So it's a 3rd down and 4 for Southfield. They motioned into a trips formation. Down to 10 on the play clock. Pass over the middle.
Oh.
Almost picked off Sinai Palou. That's the 2nd chance he's had for it tonight.
Again, just misreading the play there. Number 21 for Southfield. It's going to be Robert Army.
So 4th down.
And they're going to start to become predictable. They're going to have to start throwing the ball more.
Cade Manzo is back deep for the Dragons. And number 18, Joe Weaver, who we saw go off earlier, is back on to punt. Good snap.
Good kick.
Nice kick. Fair catch made by Cade on the 15-yard line, where the Dragons will take over 1st and 10.
Great job again by the Lake Orion defense. Just shutting down this offense so far. We talked a lot about it. 480 total yards last week.
Yeah. And you know, you can't say enough about what this Dragon defense has done.
They picked up from where they were last week, really.
Yeah.
I mean, they've looked real stout out there, not a lot of room.
2 wide receivers. Now Drew Van Heck comes out in a slot left. Manzo on the carry. Gets back to the line of scrimmage, maybe a half-yard.
And as you mentioned, it's just clock, just eating up that clock. That's all they want to do right now.
We just passed the 4-minute mark of the 3rd quarter.
It's flying by.
So Twins left, single wide right. Manzo on the carry. He's stacked up. That defensive line is starting to key on Kobe.
Gang tackle there. Raymond McDonald get credit for that tackle. Number 55 for Southfield.
So it's 3rd down and 9 for the Dragons. What we have not seen a lot of since the 1st quarter is Blaze carrying the ball. Drops to pass. Looks.
Oh,
gets
beautiful
free.
job.
Gonna run it. He's got a 1st down and more down the sideline. He's got a 1st down over the 40-yard line.
Didn't you just say Blaze carrying the ball?
Well,
on a broken play, right?
That was not a design run. That was a survival run.
That was a great job getting out of that pressure.
Watch him
there.
break a tackle right
Beautiful,
there.
beautiful. And he turns on the Jets. Everything going right for Lake Orion.
This Southfield A&T team has some great athletes. All that being said, don't discount the athletes that the Dragons put on the field.
100%.
Twins left, single wide right. Van Heck in motion. Manzo on the counter. Gets maybe a yard.
Under 3 minutes here, though, eating up more clock.
Mm-hmm. And that is Coach Blackstock and Coach Fisher's plan. When you get a lead, eat the clock up.
Yeah, I mean,
Score enough to win.
right? Southfield's not only playing against Lake Orion here, it's against the clock.
Mitch Howell checks in. Blaze up the middle. Over the 45, near the 47.
Donovan McCreary on the
It'll
tackle.
be third down. Scoreboard's calling it 3rd and 6, so will we. Twins right. Howell lined up on a wing right. Van Heck in motion. He gets the toss. Coming around the corner. He's got a first down and
Beautiful.
more. Inside the 45 down to the 43.
Came in motion, took the pitch, knew what to do with it. Moving the chains again. Eating up more clock.
That's that old jet sweep. Or a variant of it. It's the toss back.
Gotta love it. Gotta be so frustrating. You know the run is coming, but you can't stop it.
Inside, we're at the 1.5 minute mark of the third quarter. Dragons taking their time. Blaze. Handoff. Manzo up the middle to the 40.
He just keeps up eating up yards when you don't think there's anywhere to go with it. It's man ball right there. Right up the teeth of the defense.
So it's a 2nd down and 6. Counting down the last minute. They'll have to do one more snap before the clock runs out.
23 seconds on there too.
Twins left, Howell's on a wing left. Van Heck in motion. He gets the toss back, trying to get the corner.
Not a lot
Breaks
of room,
a
but
tackle
wow.
and gets inside the 35 down to about the 34.
He made something out of nothing.
And he stayed in bounds.
Yeah.
So they can run out the clock and start the fourth quarter.
Yeah, Arthur Watkins on the tackle there.
They did stop the clock.
Wonder why. Now it looked like he stayed in.
It did look like he stayed
Maybe
in.
we'll see on the replay here. I don't know if he.
Let's see.
If we play that back.
Nope, we're not going to get it. Okay, now the referee's starting the clock, so they're going to run the last 15 seconds off.
So our eyes are not lying, Doug.
Nope.
Great job by Lake Orion there. I mean, this would be a heck of an exclamation point.
So we played 3. Lake Orion Dragons 24, Southfield A&T 7. Your third quarter of action has been brought to you by Classic Lanes, your home for family fun and entertainment in Rochester Hills. Their 32-lane facility offers state-of-the-art bowling equipment for both league and recreational bowlers. Check them out at myclassiclanes.com. And the fourth quarter of this game is being brought to you by Legacy 925, located at 925 North Lapeer Road in Oxford. Legacy 925 is your one-stop shop for family fun, providing dining, music, entertainment, go-karts, trampolines, and so much more. To find out more, visit their website at thelegacy925.com. I'll tell you what, this Dragon defense is cementing their legacy today.
12 minutes away, Doug, from a huge exclamation point. Lapeer was nice, but this would be real special.
Absolutely. Van Heck in motion.
Manzo
Manzo up the middle. He's got open field.
Gone.
Touchdown, Lake Orion Dragons.
Just like the first touchdown, right up the middle, the center of the defense there. And they're stunned. That's a knockout punch.
Kobe Manzo never had to, he made one cut and then never had to break stride the rest of the way in.
I mean, down goes Frazier, I guess, right?
Boy, there are some football prognosticators that are just saying, who'd have thunk it? Well, we'd have thunk it.
They're scratching their heads right now.
Connor Ross.
There
Kick
he
is
goes.
down. Kick is up. Kick is good. 11:53 to play. It's now 31-7, Lake Orion.
Larry Buss and the crew at Jets Pizza, located at 1091 South Lapeer Road, have been a proud supporter of Orion Neighborhood Television and Dragon Athletics since 2009. Jet supplies catering for cast and crew. Thank you to Larry for your continued support. Give them a call at 248-814-7559 for more information. Had some of that delicious Jets Pizza earlier.
Absolutely. Jets Pizza does a great job of catering not only to ONTV, to the press box.
And to my house.
And to your house.
Well,
so
who would have thought it? This has been special, Doug.
If your defensive coordinator, Rick Powell, you're just telling your guys, keep it up. Don't let up.
That's key. Keep the pedal on the metal.
Connor Ross has it teed up. Referee blows his whistle. End over end kick taken at the 4. Up to the 15-20. Got a seam.
Big run there.
Over midfield.
That's Aaron
Trying
Folks.
to catch him. Aaron Folks on a return.
That looks like he got hurt
Down
there.
to. Where are
20?
they going? They're going to
Looks
have
like
it
the 20.
marked at the 22-yard line.
Yeah, he's down there. I think he fell on the ball. Had probably the wind knocked out of him here. But I mean,
So a great kick return.
we'll see on the replay here. But it looks like he fell on the
By
football.
Folks. Hey, 13.5 pounds of air pressure can hurt
Yeah.
when you fall on it.
I mean, if you play football, you're going to do that every now and then. I mean, that's what you need.
That
if you're
sternum,
Southfield.
that sternum is right there,
Yep.
and the plating on the shoulder pads just does not protect it all.
See if we can get the replay
Aaron
on
Folks
that.
has
Here's
had
the
a great
replay on
game
that.
tonight.
I mean, that was a heck of a return.
Absolutely.
A couple missed tackles
Took
there.
a page out of the Kobe Manzo playbook and took it right up the middle. And once he got in the open field, it was tough to keep up with him.
Yeah.
Finally, Dylan Altman, who's had a good game tonight, was
he's
able to
sitting
bring
up.
him down.
And that's probably what it was. He just had the air knocked out of him. But if you're Southfield, that's exactly what you need right there.
Oh, he's going to be sore in the morning. There's no
Oh, boy.
question about it.
Now, if you're the defensive coach there for Lake Orion right now, you're just telling your guys, keep doing what you're doing, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, we're backed up here, but
It's the old thing. Don't take your foot off the gas.
right.
Swarm to the quarterback. Cover your man.
Because really, this is the first home game of the season here, but this has been, to this point, a complete ball game by Lake Orion.
Oh, absolutely. All three phases.
Looks like the receiver's sitting up there.
Now,
Hope he's okay.
Rochester Adams comes in, they run a variation of a wing tee. There's a lot of movement, a lot of misdirection, a lot of hide the football, but it's Lake Orion Rochester Adams going back to when I started with the program in the 1980s. It's always been a rivalry. It's been one of those games. Well, it's another Lake Orion and Adams game.
I thought you were only 21, Doug.
And this is in my last life.
And to be fair, when we were on the field before the game, we talked to Timothy Conley, head coach down there for Southfield, and he mentioned the defense of Lake Orion. I mean, of course he's got to say that too, but he was on their mind.
Well, the scouting
They were on his mind.
of teams these days.
Yeah.
Yeah. With the advent in video photography.
Yep.
You can send scouts to your next opponent. You can send scouts out to opponents down the road. There is a 3-tape exchange goes on between teams.
Mm-hmm.
Adams exchanged film with Lake Orion today.
Well, and that's the thing. You can watch all the tape you want, but you got to get on the field and execute.
You've got to play the game. Exactly. So it's 1st and 10 for Southfield A&T on the Lake Orion 21-yard line, 11:40 left in the game. Twins left, single wide right. Handoff to Quan Hill.
Missed tackle
Breaks
there.
a tackle and is brought down after about a 6-yard gain. It'll be 2nd down.
And it's Raekwon Lee there on the run for Southfield, breaking a tackle. He's a hard runner.
You know who's been quiet tonight is Christian Fitzpatrick. We haven't called his name
And,
much
and
tonight.
he's a mismatch out there, but they played him well. Give credit to Lake Orion again.
So they're calling it 2nd and 4. Southfield stays in their base alignment.
Oh, bad snap.
Snap gets away. Ruff's
Oh,
going to try to
go,
pick it up.
go!
It's going to be a touchdown, maybe. What?
Oh, boy.
What an effort by Raekwon Lee
That's number 44.
to bring down
Ashton Crowell.
Ashton Crowell.
Wow. Special teams, Doug.
But-
or defense.
But what an effort by
Wow.
Raekwon Lee
To tackle.
You saw his speed to run almost the length of the field,
As a coach, you see those things too.
and he's trying. He's trying to pick
Wow.
it up, fall on it.
I mean, look at that speed.
Look at him close the
This
gap.
is the 31-7
And
game.
he had the awareness to try to hit the ball out.
Yep. More
Lake
defense.
Orion's going to get a sideline warning.
Yeah. And you're going to see him pound it again. Just keep running that ball, running that clock down.
Wow. So it is 1st down and 10 for the Dragons from the Southfield 20-yard line. And again, we've talked field position, field position, field position. Dragons go in a bunch formation. Van Heck in motion. He gets the handoff on the sweep.
there he goes.
He's got a 1st
Wow.
down and more.
Oh, boy.
Dodging tackles, gets inside the 5. Did he make
Wow.
it in? No. They're going to call him down on the 1. What an effort
We got
by
to see that
Drew
replay.
Van Heck.
Doug, that's something out of a Madden game. How many people did he elude here? Look at this.
He's got a convoy in front of him.
I
There's
mean,
one,
there's
two,
1,
three,
2,
4,
3, 5,
5.
6. And just, wow. 6 players there missing
1st and
tackles.
10. Blaze. Touchdown, Lake Orion Dragons.
Exclamation point.
20 yards in 2 plays.
Well, they're hitting on all cylinders. It's safe to say that. This has been a great game for Lake Orion.
Blaze Lauer has his 3rd touchdown of the night. A 39-yard touchdown run, a 28-yard touchdown run, and now a 1-yard. Connor Ross on for the extra point. Mitch Howell holding. Ball is down, kick is up, and it hit the upright. He had pressure coming off his left side. So with 10-17 left to go in the game, it's now 37-7.
ONTV has launched our brand new internet radio station. You can create your own podcast radio show or sign up, become a DJ. For more information on the radio station, give us a call at 248-693-5785. 888-3377 or 248-393-1060. This has been a lot of fun, Doug.
This has been a lot of fun tonight.
I mean, if you're Lake Orion coaches, you had to feel good, obviously, after the big win last week, but I mean, this is complete.
It's going to be a lot of fun doing a post-game interview with Coach Blackstock.
Oh, yeah. Maybe not be so bad at practice for the players either this week, huh?
Southfield's possession in the second half have been a punt and a fumble.
That's domination.
Connor, high short kick taken by one of the up men, cutting across the middle of the field
run there.
And tripped up by Cade Manzo.
Yeah.
That was number 30.
Number 30.
Jaheim Lloyd on the kickoff return. Okay, we're going to take another look at Drew Van Heck's run.
And this is beautiful.
He gets it on the jet sweep, gets around the
Let's
corner.
count these. Look at the misses here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 players he eludes.
And let's give some credit to Mitch Howell for engaging a player. The player turned his back, and Mitch immediately backed off.
Now they're going to have to start passing.
4 wides. Rump. Back to throw. Looking.
Oh, good
Tripped
job.
up.
Good job there.
Tripped up trying to get around the corner by.
Is that number
35.
The replay here.
Casey Coltrane.
Look at that.
Watch it.
Just
get on. Just grab a shoelace.
That's all you got to do.
So 2nd down and 8. 4 wides again. Rump looks, throws over the middle, and incomplete. Attended for Jeff Bowens
behind him. Yeah, I think Rump is uncomfortable right now. When you force him, like you said, that's a good point. When you force him to pass, when you know what's coming, he's not at his best.
Yeah. So 3rd down and 8 from the 31.
9:33 on the clock.
4 wideouts. Rump back to throw.
There we go.
Got pressure.
Sack.
Down he goes. And a late hit, I think, by Jesus Cruz. And it's not all his fault because he was falling down. And he just happened to fall down on Andrew Rump.
Yeah, that was definitely intentional, but
I don't think it was.
Or unintentional.
Yeah.
I apologize. Yeah, definitely not on purpose there. I mean, his momentum took him in.
Yeah. So that'll be a 1st down. Move the ball up to the 41-yard line.
Still a heck of a play there as that pocket was just collapsing in front of him.
9:20 to go in the game. Four wideouts. Rump back, looks, throws, incomplete. Intended over the middle.
Fitzpatrick, I believe.
Yeah, for Christian Fitzpatrick.
He saw somebody over the middle and didn't go for it. So that's the safeties doing their job.
That's footsteps. Approaching the 9-minute mark.
That's exactly what you got to do. Look on the replay there. Fitzpatrick just stopped his route completely.
2nd down and 10.
To a predictable offense now, right?
Well, they're still dangerous.
And that's true.
I say.
Low snap.
Low snap. Rump. Sidearms it. Complete.
It's like Ashton Crowell, or is that
it
number
complete?
14? Yeah, that's complete.
We got a flag down.
Manzo with the tackle. Got a hold?
Holding Southfield. How huge is
Yeah.
that?
Well, it's penalties all game. They've hurt them. They keep moving backwards.
And they said that was one of their issues against Clarkston last week, is penalties. And right there you saw it. Grab from behind.
Well, you dominate the second half like they did last week, and that gets overshadowed, but it's come back to bite them.
So
Lake Orion.
it is second down and a lot.
The clock's still moving.
That it was a spot foul. Yeah, they got to reset the clock because the clock
shouldn't
should
have
be
been moving.
stopped. Yeah.
I don't think they see it.
No, they don't.
Yeah, that clock should not be moving. They lost about 30 seconds.
Yeah, and
now it's stopped.
I think Coach Connolly is going to call him over and say, hey, take a look at the clock. Now the back judge also keeps the time.
I don't think they're going to give it back.
Didn't.
Wow.
All the time they were marking that penalty off, the clock should have been stopped.
Doug, they lost 40 seconds.
We are not in a point differential yet.
Another penalty.
And holding against, procedure.
Yeah. Keep going the other direction. That's
wow. It is now second down and 32.
I mean, I know we don't have stats, but that's at least, 6, 7 penalties on the offense? I mean, at least.
And on the other side, Lake Orion has been relatively penalty-free. Rump getting pressure.
Nowhere to go.
Being chased.
Speed, though.
Looks. Throws back across the middle. Complete to Fitzpatrick. And he is tackled on a great open field tackle by Alaro Marcoux, number 22.
I don't even know how Rump eluded the pressure there. It's like number 44. Ashton Crowell, good pressure.
But you can see his speed.
Oh, yeah. And there's Fitzpatrick.
Yeah.
Who they've done a good job containing so far.
So it's 3rd and 18 for the Dragons. For Southfield. Rump, back, looks, throws over the middle and drops.
Pass by Fitzpatrick. I mean,
Christian Fitzpatrick has not had a good game tonight.
You had Caden Beck right on his tail, and I don't know for sure, but maybe he heard those footsteps again, and he didn't want anything of it.
6 plays and punt.
Stout defense.
Mitch Howell back around the 30-yard line. Joe Weaver in punt formation. Low kick, fair catch called for by Mitch Howell. He'll take it at the 34-yard line. 7:21 left in the game. The Dragons are up 37-7. During this sports season, Orion Neighborhood Television will be covering a large variety of games. Our sports coverage will include varsity boys basketball, varsity girls basketball, and varsity hockey. Select games will be streamed live on dragonbroadcasting.org and will be replayed on our channel, Comcast Channel 10 and AT&T Channel 99. Visit OrionONTV.org for our program schedule. I hope everybody rewatches this game because this is one worth watching.
It's been full of highlights.
1st and 10 for the Dragons. Blaze in the gun. Except Blaze isn't in there anymore. We now have number 12, Dom Bruno, junior quarterback. And Coach Blackstock and Coach Fish are going to give him a little playing time tonight.
Why not, right?
Why not?
get those backups in
We
there.
got some of the backups. It's the only way they get experience. You can practice all you want. So 2nd and 7. Bruno in the gun. 2 backs in the backfield. Twins right, single wide out left.
And that clock wind down.
Handoff up the middle, and taken down is, trying to see who the ball can.
I know Kalen Green on the tackle.
Number 7 was Austin Roll. He gets a carry, comes out, someone else gets in.
And that's good for this team. Like you said, you can practice all you want, but getting those real live reps will get you better.
And number 98, Pat Ray, is in at a running back position. You don't see number 98's carry the ball much. I hope he gets a carry. Don Bruno in the gun. And sure enough, he gets a carry. Pat Ray on the carry gets a couple. Down to the 40-yard line.
Fighting for some positive yardage there.
It's 4th and 5, call it. And we're going to send the punt team in. So Dragons go 3 and out.
And they're okay with that. They
Sure.
just took some time off the clock. That's all they're looking to do right now. Who's that deep? Is that number 11?
Connor set up on the 26.
Looks like Jeremiah Piper back there.
Low kick, end over end kick. Takes a Lake Orion bounce down to about the Southfield 35-yard line, where the Warriors will take over 1st and 10.
Be sure to tune in to replays your favorite games right here on ONTV. Tune in Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays at 7 p.m., Saturdays at 1 p.m. for the most current games in our lineup. Games are also replayed throughout the week, so check out our program guide on our webpage at orionontv.org for replay times the best fit your viewing schedule. Also visit our YouTube link for games on demand, www.orionontv.org.
So here we go, 5:01 left to play.
Speaking of replays, Doug, there'll be lots from this game that I want to go back and check myself.
I'll tell you what, they couldn't have picked a better game for the NFHS Game of the Week.
It's been great.
I hope everyone that's streaming this game tonight is enjoying our coverage. We have a timeout called by Southfield A&T.
Yeah, some miscommunication there, and you can see the frustration on the sideline.
Our thanks go to Orion Neighborhood Television and I'm sorry, I'll start this all over again. Thanks to Orion Neighborhood Television and Dragon Broadcasting, you can watch Lake Orion High School sports live online all year. We've got a full schedule of varsity football, volleyball, and much more this fall. Plus concerts and ceremonies. It costs less than $10 per month to watch sporting events, and half of that money goes back to the Lake Orion High School program. Be sure to designate Lake Orion High School when you set up your account. Get started at www.dragonbroadcasting.org. ONTV thanks our student crews for their hard work and dedication throughout this school year. Rump on the handoff. Handed off to number 11.
Jeremiah Piper
getting some time. Spins his way up for an 8-yard gain. It'll be 2nd and 2.
He's quick. Had his feet moving. He's real quick. He was back there receiving that punt, too.
He's a 5'10 senior. Warriors come out. Twins left, single wide right, single back in the backfield. Rump stays at quarterback. Spin move. Spun out of it. Jeremiah Piper took that handoff, slipped a tackle, tried to spin out of another, and finally the Dragons caught up with him.
Had nowhere to go. Check out the replay here. He's definitely elusive.
Watch his footwork.
Oh, yeah. He's quick.
So it's 3rd and 4. Piper remains the running back. Rump in the pistol.
Not too sure what happened there.
Oh, wide receiver screen out to the right side and complete
Now Piper just stood there. He didn't even go for the fake. So
to number 3, Jeff Bowens, and it's going to be 4th and 1. And if you're Southfield, you might as well go for it.
I thought we'd start seeing some plays downfield, but I mean, with 3 minutes left, you're down 30 points.
So 4th and 1.
Wow, they're running the ball.
And he got a
There he
first down.
goes.
Piper
Yep.
on the run, broke a tackle initially from Joe Cady and slipped forward for a first down.
Now, Raekwon Lee had been in there for 95% of the game, so giving Piper a look. He's got some quick feet.
Yes, he does. Just under 3 minutes to go in the game. Dragons up 37-7. Rump stays in the pistol. One running back behind him. Toss out this side.
Oh, we got a flag, too.
Number 3 is Jeff Bowens. He slips a couple tackles, gets down inside the 30.
That's coming back.
We have flags all over the place. We have holding against Southfield. We have a flag over here on the 30-yard line on the near side. So we'll get this sorted out.
That's definitely got to be something they focus on for next week is penalties, because you just can't win when you beat yourself that way.
I don't know who they have next week. It's holding against Southfield. That's the one that they're going to mark off.
They may have close to 20 penalties at this point.
Easily. It was a spot foul, so it was 10 yards from the spot.
Yeah, you see it right there.
It actually ends up being about a 7-yard penalty.
Well, smart job there by the defender from Lake Orion. Hold your hands up.
Yep. I didn't do it.
I didn't do it.
Okay, so it's now 1st and 16. Handoff. Piper coming around the right side.
Man, is he quick.
And he is up near the 50. They're going to mark him down about on the, let's call it the 49.
Andrew Bryant getting some playing time there at the junior, getting a tackle. Nice job by Bryant.
Hey, if you reach a point in a game where you can play your reserves, you're having a good game.
Oh, yeah.
So it's 2nd down and 9 as we approach the 1:30 mark of the game. Rump on the handoff. Piper coming left this time. Breaks a couple tackles, gets down near the 41 and brought down.
Number 14 with a limp.
Number
44.
Yeah.
That's Ashton Crowell, who's had a big game.
Getting a little harder to read the roster in the dark, isn't it?
Yeah, Ashton Crowell with that big return off the fumble recovery. That was a huge play in this one.
So 1st and 10 from the Lake Orion 42. Southfield stays in their base formation. Twins right, single wide left. Toss out on the far side. Number 14, Javon Sorrell. And he gets maybe a 2-yard gain.
How about Andrew Bryant? Doug getting another tackle in there.
Hey, if you get put in the game late in the game, make the most of your opportunities.
It's the best way to get better is on the field.
Counting down the last 20 seconds. Southfield This will be the last play of the game.
Great
And
job.
tackle for loss. Number 4, Corey Teasley on the carry.
Number 26 on the tackle to finish things off. That's Brock Iwanski. What a game, Doug.
What a game. The Lake Orion Dragons, against all odds, have beaten the Southfield A&T Warriors 37-7. You're watching exclusive coverage of Lake Orion Dragon football here on Orion Neighborhood Television and on the NFHS streaming service. We'll be right back.
The Orion Area Chamber of Commerce invites you to come out for the 15th Annual Shop Local Expo on Thursday, October 3rd from 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. More than 100 local vendors will be set up in Lake Orion High School's Field House, offering information about their products and services, with many offering free food samples. Cast your vote during the Pizza War and Sandwich Slam contests. The event is free to the public. It's a great opportunity to meet with representatives of the Lake Orion business community. For more information, call 248-693-6300 or visit orionareachamber.com.
Down on the field after a dismantling of the Southfield Warriors by the Lake Orion Dragons, 37-7. And Dave, I don't think anybody ever anticipated something like this.
I mean, we talked about it time and time again with all that offensive power on Southfield. They put up 480 total yards of offense. And tonight was total domination by Lake Orion. Great job all around.
It doesn't get any easier for Southfield A&T. I was asking their scouts upstairs, who do you have next week? They go to West Bloomfield.
And West Bloomfield, as we talked about, the powerhouse. And it's going to be a dogfight. Tons of talent. And seeing what Lake Orion is this year, they're going to be right there in the race.
We talked so much about the Lake Orion defense, but really this was a balanced Lake Orion team tonight. They moved the ball offensively and they held them defensively. A great all-around effort by the Dragons tonight.
And let's not forget special teams as well, and that offensive line was just stellar, you know, protecting their quarterback. And they did everything they needed to. Every little thing went their way as well in this ball game.
It'd be nice to be able to pick out a couple stars of this game, but the whole team starred tonight. And and as happens, some of the I keep looking over my shoulder to see if Coach Blackstock will be joining us.
Wow.
Yeah, and we talked about it. It's always nice to get big leads because you can get the guys that break their tails during practice and don't get that game action. It's nice to get those guys on the field.
Well, that's exactly how you get better. I mean, it's nice to practice against the ones. It's nice. But how you get better is in-game reps, and that's exactly what they got to do this week.
Yeah. It's always nice. We've said it during summer camp that once you start in the scrimmage, it's nice to hit someone different. And I'm sure those scout team players feel the same way. So next week, the Dragons go to Rochester Adams. We do not have an update on their score from tonight. After hanging 60 on Rochester, I think we're going to have another defensive performance like we had tonight.
The defensive performance tonight, which we talked about in the pregame, look, they've gotten a lot of pursuit on the quarterbacks early on. But the thing is not to over pursue. Stay home. And they were sound all game long.
And it's always nice to say that the defensive line is putting that pressure on and being able to pursue. But let's not forget the defensive secondary, who is doing lockdown coverage work.
Oh, and that's the thing. There was no room. I mean, when you're getting pressure, there was a lot of defensive shutdowns from the secondary. Nowhere to go. And when you got receivers like Fitzpatrick, which we talked about, going to Washington State, they shut him down. Great job by Lake Orion all around.
The huddle has broken up, so we'll just wait till Coach Blackstock comes out here. The student section has emptied the stands out. They're going out to congratulate the team. Yeah, I'll tell you, there's just nothing better than football Friday nights here in Lake Orion.
And this is special, right? This is the way you want to open the season. Lake Orion wasn't getting a ton of love to start the opening of the season. Look at that defense. Look at that defense, giving an offense that put up almost 500 yards of offense up there. A Florida Atlantic commit at quarterback and Rumpf, and they shut him down all game long.
We have not heard the scores from tonight. And again, I'm waiting for Coach Blackstock. Okay, he just gave me the hold on a minute sign. But the Dragons are tied for first place in the OAA Red, above Clarkston. Probably with a couple, 3 others, above Southfield A&T. So, yeah, this is turning out to be a special 2 weeks.
And that's the thing, right? It's not a fluke. This game was complete. This was a complete victory, and it's got to be special as we're going to talk to Coach Blackstone. I'm curious to see what the message is to the defense coming into this game, because not a teacher, but that's an A+.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And we're having, I don't know where Coach Blackstock went.
Amongst the crowd.
Amongst the crowd, yes. I know he'll be over here. Who wouldn't want to talk about a game like that? And we also mentioned, we saw about 4 Southfield players go down with, oh, there's Coach Blackstock.
Right now.
Coach, great win tonight.
Thank you.
I can't find any
words
words.
To say, is there? No, there's not a lot to say. You know, we talked all week about how everyone was going to talk about this as us as an underdog and this is an upset. And, you know, we had a guest speaker come, Mr. Burden, you know, the assistant principal, and tell us the story of David and Goliath, about how David really didn't see himself as an underdog because he trained his whole life for it and made that connection with our kids that, you know, we've been training for this for a long time. And there was never a doubt in our kids' mind that they would get this done. Now, I don't think anybody imagined we'd get it done in that fashion, myself included, but that's, you know, sometimes how high school football goes, where you just kind of get the ball rolling and the train just doesn't stop going down the hill. And they're a talented team, man, they are, and they're going to win a lot of games. And I wouldn't be surprised if down the road, you know, we see them in the playoffs at some point, hoping that we get there ourselves, but they're going to come back. They've got a lot of really great players.
The balance on both sides of the ball tonight. Your offense went just as good as your defense.
Yeah, you know, and we said it's got to be a team game tonight. We've got to play all 3 phases, and every kid on the field, all 11 of them, have to play together and play for each other.
Talk about Rick Powell.
Yeah, you know, why don't we bring Rick in here and let Rick talk a little bit. We were really blessed to get Rick. You know, it was unfortunate to lose Coach Thomas. His wife got a job in the Lansing area, and, you know, they had to move because of that, and he landed on his feet up at Hazlitt. But, man, what a blessing Rick has been, bringing in some fresh ideas, and is just a great teacher of the game, and also just a teacher in our high school that does a great job relating with the kids.
Yeah. Rick. Coach Fisher, good call tonight. Good game. Rick Powell, talk about your defense.
Man, I'm just proud. We have that mindset of competing every single day in practice, every single drill, we have that attitude that we're going to compete on all phases of the game. And we just came out, like we talked about today, jab, 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 body shot, body shot, body shot, and then at the end we got to finish them. So I'm just proud of them. They worked on the coaching adjustments, and you know, they're the ones that get all the credit.
When you came in here, new guy, new players to you, how long did it take them to get your message?
I mean, I think that's just an ongoing thing every single day. And, we're not where we want to be yet, but every single day the kids work at it and they strive to be great. And I think we have a lot of great kids here and the Lake Orion, program in general and the history for it. And we're trying to get back to those standards.
Coach, great game tonight. Thank you
very much.
Coach Brad Fisher, come on in here for a minute. We got to take a couple words with you. Great win tonight.
No, big win for us.
Your quarterback is playing like a 5-year vet instead of a 3-year vet. Talk about your quarterback.
He's 100 years old. He's been around here forever, and now we're reaping the benefit of him, all the hard work he puts in the off season. He does. He's a hard worker year-round at quarterback, and it shows. It really does.
We were talking tonight that this was probably a total team balanced win, that the offense moved as well as the defense didn't move. Talk about the team this year. What do you see in it?
We got a bunch of really good kids, a bunch of really good families, and we're just starting to gel. It takes a couple weeks in the state of Michigan because we start out so quick, but by at week 1 you never know what you're going to hit, and we grew up a lot from our scrimmage to week 1 to week 2, and these kids love to improve. So they keep taking that effort and practice and stepping up. We got more steps to climb.
Rochester Adams next week. It's always a great rivalry. Good luck.
Thank you much. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Brad.
You good with me?
No, I'm never good. I could talk to Coach Blackstock all day long. I will ask you, Rochester Adams next week.
Yeah.
We haven't heard how they did tonight, but what do you look for from the Highlanders?
You look for another heavyweight fight. Great program, obviously really well coached, super disciplined. A bit of a challenge to defend with the offense they run, being the inside veer. But one that we're going to look forward to also, and I know they're looking forward to it after last year of having that slugfest where, we made a play or two here at the end that put us on top, and that game could have gone either way.
Coach, we talked a little bit about playing a complete game, which you guys did. When you get the backups in there, obviously you can play against the ones at practice, but what's it mean as a coach to get those players in for you?
It's great because, obviously you want to get as many kids in the game as you can. Every game, sometimes it just doesn't present itself because those kids work their tails off. But it's also great to be able to evaluate them in a situation where, it's a Friday night and the lights are on and it's a little bit different, there's a little bit more pressure. So we got to look at some guys and get them some key reps and start building some more depth in case guys go down, or, we can get guys to step into new roles as well.
You noticed Ari Curtis came back. He's good?
Yeah, he's good. It really was a stinger, and it was good to see him come back. Yeah.
Coach, we look forward to next week. Thanks for the time.
You.
Congratulations on the win.
Thank you, guys.
All right.
Absolutely. Appreciate it.
So that'll wrap it up from the field. The Lake Orion Dragons beat the Southfield A&T Warriors 37-7. For our producer, director, Jory Tysick, our sideline cameraman, Joe Johnson, our broadcast partner, Dave Sosevsky, I'm Doug Corliss. Thank you for watching. Good night, everyone.